Hello, people of the interwebs. I am James Phoenix, and this is our Best of 2017 awards. Of course, we do this little award show every year where we give awards for the best and worst of things in movies, TV, video games, and other miscellaneous categories that we may choose to alter from year to year. With me is Chris the Mole today.
Hello.
Who himself is an award winner.
Yep.
And we are going to do our awards for movies today for part one. Unfortunately, Anastasia Lazenby could not be here, but we do have her awards. So, in addition to his own, for each award that we go through, in addition to his own, Chris will be reading hers.
Yep. And I have both here.
Yep. And so, of course, this is for anything that was that came out in 2017, January through December. Only those things count. Obviously.
Yep.
All right. So
it's up to you which order we go in.
I was just going to go down the list. Why don't you you can go ahead and go for it. That way it ends on me again, so I can take us out since I'm hosting. But I will introduce the awards. Our first award is for Best Animated Film.
Fair enough. And yeah, the reason I wasn't sure which way you wanted to go down the list is otherwise, yeah, because this way, like we've discussed in the past, you'd be ending on a negative.
Oh,
but that's fine.
Well, we don't. We're not. Oh yeah, that's got that
best
one.
animated film.
Well, we can spin it around if you want to do it that way.
It's up to you.
I don't mind. We can spin it around. You want to do the other one? That's fine.
All right.
All right, we'll spin it around. In that case, we'll start off with our biggest disappointment then.
Fair enough, because I figured like because the others and end on best films.
That makes sense.
But yeah, biggest disappointment. Pew gave it to Star Wars. I gave it to Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Ooh.
I don't know why Pew gave it to Star Wars, obviously. But I just, so I'm not going to go into details on that. On her awards, I'm just going to say what they are.
That's fine.
But I gave the biggest disappointment, I gave it to Spider-Man: Homecoming because it wasn't really a Spider-Man movie. It was an Iron Man movie with a Spider-Man partless skin.
That's fair.
Like, it literally gets like none of that movie matters. Literally, the next film coming out, they've already announced he's gonna undo the thing at the end of the movie, which means why even mention it? He didn't defeat his main bad guy. The bad guy defeats himself. He has a voice in it. He has a Jarvis. They changed Flash Thompson for no reason whatsoever into like just into like a normal geek like Peter, and I'm like, what? None of this makes sense. And of course the whole MJ thing. I'm like, oh come on, you could if you give it a different name, it'd be like, oh okay, it's an original love interest, cool. When you do the MJ one, you're like, you just try to piss off the MJ fans. It's not enough for you erased her.
Yep.
So yeah, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Fair enough. Fair enough. My biggest disappointment I gave to the live-action Beauty and the Beast movie, because looking at the trailer, it looked like it could. I mean, it looked so beautiful. It could have been so good. And then watching it, it's like, okay, yeah, it's okay, but it's you did not successfully recapture the magic of the original. There was some of it, but you didn't quite get there. Like this could have been like so much better, and it wasn't. And there's no reason for it not to be, because it's literally the same movie. It's like, what the fuck?
It's not literally the same movie.
Well, it's pretty okay, not literally, but it's very close to being the same movie.
No, they've changed a hell of a lot in that film.
Really?
Like the way characters are portrayed is completely different. There's extra subplots like his servant boy and all the other stuff.
I guess that's true. They had some minor things here and there.
I'd say adding a main character is not minor.
What main character?
Literally, his sidekick guy that was with him had more screen time than Gaston had in the entire original movie.
He did have more screen time. That's true.
No, I don't mention Gaston. I mean, his sidekick had more a character they created. The little guy that's clearly got a crush on Gaston, and that's a subplot. He has more screen time in this movie than Gaston had in the original.
No, that character is actually in the original. He's the one that sings the Gaston song in the cartoon.
Okay, then the fact they've made him gay in this movie would be
Yes.
dramatically different, and
That is
his love
accurate.
and his subplot goes throughout the whole movie.
That's true. Yeah, they did give him a lot more screen time in the original and gave him that subplot. So they definitely give a lot more to that character. That's absolutely true. In either case, so I was just disappointed that I thought it could be a lot more than it was because of how they were using a lot of the beats from the original and the songs and things, and it didn't quite get there. I mean no offense to her because she tried, but I especially feel like Emma Thompson's performance of the Beauty and the Beast song was just not quite there.
I would also say after watching that film, I don't think she tried.
That's fair.
Saying, "Oh, she tried," why? Because I like Harry Potter. That doesn't really mean shit. I like the Terminator. Mr. Freeze still sucked.
That's true.
It's called growing up balls and not being a fanboy.
Fair enough. Alrighty. So the next award is going to be our That Was Awesome moment.
Yep.
Mo.
Oh, thank you. I gladly accept your award for being awesome. Thank you. That officially counts for here. I've won that award for 2018 now. Thanks, Jim.
Perfect. That's great.
It's canon.
Fact.
Yeah, you gave me the That Was Awesome award. I hadn't got a speech prepared, but I think I would like to thank your parents for raising you correctly to respect my awesomeness. And Pew gave the award to moment when the clown came out of the slide projector. Yeah, I asked for context for that as well, and it was from the when she typed it. And literally, if I try and do it this way, so you try and hide the rest of the awards, as you can see there, Jim. Literally, that's what she wrote when the clown came out. And I was like, "What clown?" And she's like, "Oh, from the movie It." And I'm like, "Okay, fine."
I figured it was probably from the movie It. It's the only clown movie that came to my mind that came out this year.
Yeah, but I was just thinking it could have been a hilarious story when she went to see the movie.
That's true.
There was killer clown craze.
That's true. That's true. And she does live in the ghetto.
Yep.
Fair enough.
And okay, I was having to swap between them. Mine was for the Justice League vs Superman fight.
That was
Because
good.
it was I just thought it was awesome when, as Flash is running, Superman's eyes just track him, and he just
That
goes,
was awesome.
Flash,
I agree.
Flash is like, "Oh fuck!" He's like, "Run!" He's like, "Oh shit!" And I just like that whole scene. I was thinking, "That's awesome!" And the whole fight before Flash too, where Superman's like, "Shit!" was like, "Just come on!" Just rips them apart.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh yes!"
And I did like how they book into the previous movie, like, "Do you bleed? You will." I'm like, oh.
Yep. And I will say, at last, we've seen what would happen if Superman was evil done right in something. I'm taking the piss out of Injustice. Red K Superman in various comics and TV shows works. Injustice one is literally, it's a different character, because at that point he's literally Hitler.
Pretty much. Yeah.
This is like a mindless Superman. Like you actually see his humanity come back too with Lois, and it's like, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. That was cool. Alrighty. Well, you mentioned it during our last award, so I'm going to for this award video, I'm going to allow myself this to be my fanboy moment, because I did have to give a that was awesome to a specific scene in the Power Rangers movie. I'm obligated to give an award to the. No, that was ridiculous. No, even as I was watching this movie, I'm like, okay, I'm enjoying this movie, but this is not quite Power Rangers. Like, this is a little weird. But I have to give them to the moment where after they morph for the first time, they fight off some putties, and they said, all right, we got to take the Zords. And they jump in the Zords, and the Zords come tearing out and running, and they play the original Power Rangers theme song. That was awesome. regardless of anything else after that movie, that moment was fucking awesome.
Fair enough.
That was one of the purest fanboy moments I have ever had. I'm like, oh god, yes, that was so good. And the fact they went out of the way to use the original theme song, which I'm told Haim Saban actually told the director, no, use the original theme song here, it'll work. They would have been nice if they put a little more of the theme song in there, but what they did was really good, and I enjoyed it, and that was awesome. All right. So the next award is the biggest surprise. Over to Mo.
When it was, and bear in mind these will have spoilers.
Of course.
But when it was revealed that Star-Lord's dad killed his mum, that was Pew's.
That was good. I can agree with that.
Mine was the Emoji Movie because it wasn't entirely terrible. It was actually, I'm not gonna say it was great, but it's not the worst movie I watched that year. More on that in one of our other videos. But
yep.
No, because we literally have an award for worst movie. So
No,
obviously
I
that's
know.
gonna come up.
I know.
But yeah, the Emoji Movie was like, okay, that's pretty fun. I actually ended up enjoying it more than I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the Emoji Movie.
That's fair. In my case, I give my biggest surprise to and again, some spoilers here. I give my biggest surprise to The Last Jedi purely for the surprising hard left turn they took with like every plot thread they set up in the previous movie. Because I'm like, wow, I said none of that. Like, okay, like, oh, there's a look, nope, Luke's not doing shit. Like, oh, okay, well, raise it. Nope, her parents were nobody. Like, oh, okay, well, what about this? Snow? Nope, Snoke's dead. The fuck? Okay, wow, like balls.
Understanding why Pew was disappointed.
Okay.
No, nothing. Just if you went into a film like if you enjoyed the previous one, oh, I want to see what happens with all this, and they throw it all out the window. That's not good.
Yeah,
that's Russo. That's Russo writing.
And that's kind of why I was surprised they went that direction. I kind of understood the point because there were several other moments that kind of drove home I think the message they were trying to get across was, you know, we respect the past. It was really great, but we're going to put the past behind us and move forward. I understand a lot of people won't agree with that. I don't have a lot of fanboy loyalty to that franchise, so I don't have that same feeling. But I know a lot of people like you who watch for a long time have,
yeah,
really
but
disagreed with. Yeah.
I would argue you shouldn't do that because what you're saying is the stuff that actually made fans like it doesn't matter. Piss off.
Yeah, something like that. I know a lot of people are feeling that way, which is why it's a very divisive. But I was at least just surprised that they were even willing to go that far in that direction. Like I knew they were trying to move in a new way, but I didn't think they were going to go that far. That really surprised me that they took that many of the supposed plot threads and said no, we're going to end all the kill all this right now, and we're going to and I'm like that. This is very surprising to me, whether positive or negative. It was still very surprising.
Yep.
So biggest surprise. And that's probably why Pew was disappointed because I know she was a little unhappy with what they did with all those different plot threads. So, yeah, fair enough. Our next award is for the best emotional scene.
I think, if I'm right, me and Pew have given the same movie this award.
Okay.
For different parts.
Ooh.
Pew gave it to Old Professor X is Dying in Logan.
Okay.
I gave it to Logan Dies in Logan.
Fair enough.
Because don't get me wrong, it was just sad what happened with Professor X. I will agree with her award. It was just a lot. I just thought it was really sad to see Wolverine die. Like when you think about all the stuff he went through, because Xavier's death was sad, but then he also went through it. Like he's literally then seen every single person he's cared about die at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad to see Logan die that way.
Yeah, totally. And appropriately enough, I also gave it to the death of Logan. Actually, specifically the scene where he is, he's dead and X-23 is grieving, and she takes the cross out and she turns it on its side and X. I'm like, oh, the feels.
Yep.
Oh, that was so emotional. Although, and again, I know most people aren't going to feel this way because the movie was not good. I do give a runner-up on that award to the death and resurrection of Billy in the Power Rangers movie, because as much as it was telegraphed as hell, it was still well acted, as well acted as you could expect in a movie like that, anyway.
But it was entirely shit.
Fair.
Only because literally every single trailer shows him later on in the film.
That's true.
Every single trailer showed him as the Blue Ranger when we saw him later on, and this was before he'd even morphed properly in those scenes. So you're like, oh, okay, he's definitely coming back. Oh, he came back.
That's fair.
It's like, oh yeah, it's like watching How the Grinch Stole Christmas, going, what? He stole Christmas?
I know. Shocking. Alrighty. So our next up award is the best comedy moment of the year in movies.
Yep. I'm not going to do a voice for this because I haven't seen this movie, so I don't know what the voice is supposed to be.
Okay.
Pew said best comedy moment of the year is Annabelle Creation. So bad it's good. Stupid saying. When she says, I will eat your soul.
Okay.
Because as I've said before, now, I still think that saying stupid.
That's fair.
Only because it's not so bad it's good. It's bad, and I'm enjoying it because it's bad, but that doesn't mean
Right.
it's good. It's like
No.
It's like I said before. Now, like if I shit in your meal, is it so disgusting it's tasty? No, that's not how stuff works. My best comedy moment of the year, I gave it to the opening of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 with Groot fixing the radio,
Nice.
which I did get to play through in Lego.
Oh, is that in there? Nice.
No, not in your copy.
Oh.
It's part of the season pass. It's the one. It's the first
Oh.
level released.
Damn you, rental game.
It would be in yours if you buy the season pass, but why would you
That's
if it's
true.
a rental?
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, I gave it to that where you get a little baby Groot, you fix it, and he's just dancing around happy, and in the background you can just see a fight going on. And part of you's like, oh, I see the fight, but after a certain point, you're like, no, fuck it, this is hilarious. So yeah,
Fair
baby
enough.
Groot dancing in the opening music.
Nice. Nice. All right. Mine, I gave to Spider-Man: Homecoming, specifically the very end, just because of the blindside comedy. All right, I'm home. It's already mask off. I made what the fuck? That was hysterical. That was funny as hell. And also Homecoming, a runner-up, interrogation mode, because that was also hilarious. Because you didn't see that coming, but it was funny as hell. So, Spider-Man. All right. Moving on, what do we got here? What's next? We have the best action moment of the year.
Pew gave it to, ironically, the scene I gave that was awesome too.
Ah.
Superman fighting with the Justice League. I gave it to Thor fighting Hulk in Ragnarok.
That was good.
Or Ragnarok, say. And I will say, my runner-up for comedy would go to that same scene. Yes, that's how that feels.
Yes.
I still use that now, damn it.
That's great.
Like I did that when I was playing on the wrestling before with someone. Oh fuck! It was one of my friends. I was playing the wrestling with one of my friends online, and basically all he ever does when he gets onto his special is he does this stupid move. It's in the game that I fucking hate.
Okay.
It's like this weird kick thing. I think it's meant to be for a female, so on the female models it wouldn't look terrible, but on the guy model it looks awkward as shit and just way too long.
Ah.
And I have move thief. So I start that move and he just hears over voice, yes, that's how that feels. But yeah, for Ragnarok.
Nice.
I like that scene for the Hulk.
That was a good scene. That was very enjoyable. He's a friend for work. I know him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My action moment of the year, I gave it to Wonder Woman jumping out of a trench and running across a battlefield like a badass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, deflect, throw this over here, bam, 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 punch you. Like, that was fucking awesome. And it was actiony as hell. Just trashing an entire army single-handedly. That's a Wonder Woman action scene. All right. Next up, we're going to do our favorite films from each of the types of films. We're going to go with our favorite live-action film first.
Yep. Mine was Two Girls, One Cup 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I approve.
No. Mine and Pew have the same award for the next two, and I'll remind you again in the next category, but we both gave it to Wonder Woman.
Nice.
Because that was just a really well-made film.
It was. It was very enjoyable. I can agree.
Yeah, the cast did a great job. The story was good, and it was surprising too. Because I know some people. I had faith in it from the beginning, but I know some people thought, oh, it won't work. For some people, for sexist reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just because of the nature of the fantasy elements of Wonder Woman with all the gods and stuff, but they mixed it in so well that unlike, I don't mean any disrespect from that, because as you can see when I mentioned Thor, I like the Thor films. But in the Marvel one, the gods and stuff are just handled sci-fi-ish.
Yeah.
They don't really play up the fantasy elements of Thor as much as they could. Whereas Wonder Woman really played up the fantasy of the gods, and it just did it really well.
Yeah. Very much so.
So over to Jim.
Yes. My favorite live action film, I gave it to Logan because that movie blew my mind. I did not, I mean, I knew it was going to be different from your standard superhero movie, but I did not expect that level of acting and emotion and direction, cinematography, just everything in the movie was so good. Like, it was amazing. Like, that just blew my mind. Love that movie.
I like that movie. I got it right here next to me.
Nice. All right. And our final award for this video is going to be our favorite animated film.
Yep. Which I'll say again, me and Pew, same award. The Lego Batman movie.
Which I also gave it to.
Which I will also say for the record, I hadn't watched many animated films this year.
Yeah, me either.
Therefore, it was almost guaranteed to win by default. However, I will say Cars 3 did come pretty close. I'm not going to just say it was out and out shit. I did like Cars 3. But Lego Batman movie was just so good.
It was. I mean,
And even the changes to various characters that they did, like when they, and I don't mean the for funsies changes. I mean the other ones, like making Barbara older than she's meant to be, and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and I'm like,
Yeah,
this is really fun.
Yeah, I mean,
my only complaint was Joker's face.
Yeah, his spiked teeth were weird.
Yeah, I didn't like his face because I'm like, you had a perfect Joker face in previous Lego Batman stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
Joker face.
But the rest of the film is awesome. The songs in it are great, and it's just now great animated movie.
It is. It's ironically, it's one of the best Batman movies that's ever been made.
Yeah, it's probably in the top 5 at least.
Yeah, at least I think it's a great movie. And just did such a good job of despite all the great comedy and jokes, still doing a great in-depth exploration of Batman's psyche and why he is who he is and what that means, and it just played just so well in a way that it's both that everybody can enjoy it. It's there's a comedy and jokes for the kids, but there's also an introspection that the adults can really get behind, and it teaches the kids a lesson simultaneously. So it's just really good.
But I will say, if we include other animated Batman films, it probably won't even break the top 10.
That's fair.
Because the top 5 would probably be the Nolan trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Batman v Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Batman Returns for me personally, because we didn't like Nicholson's Joker, but other people would go the '89 one. If you go animated, you've got Mask of the Phantasm, you've got Under the Red Hood. You know what I mean? You got Batman: The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Batman Year One.
Yeah, I know some people disagree. I put Batman Beyond Revenge of the Joker in there.
Yeah, I could see people including that. I'd assume most of the people who included that probably hadn't seen most of the ones I just mentioned.
Probably.
Like Batman v Robin.
Right.
That film has extra bonus points for me.
Okay.
It's the only film so far to include the Court of Owls.
Ah, nice.
Does them a little differently, but it does them.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, they seem like a good villain group.
But yeah, that was our awards.
It was.
And next time, we're going to the land of television,
We are.
where we get to give awards for various TV shows,
We do.
such as Sesame Street, the HBO edition.
It's true.
No, but it's obviously 2017's awards for movies. And it is worth noting, we are doing a wrestling one nearer to WrestleMania time, and Rick's on
Yes.
board to join us on that one.
Yes. We decided we'll keep our wrestling awards confined for the wrestling year, and whereas these will be for other media for the year. But we have adjusted the awards for the final video, so there will be some additional awards to compensate for that.
Yeah, kind of. We trimmed the fat a hell of a lot on them.
Yes.
Like, we got rid of awards, we gave ourselves awards and stuff.
Yeah, we did. But either way, I mean, most of the videos have 8 awards each, and that one still has 7, so it's pretty good.
It does, but the other ones had previously, they like a few of them had more awards.
Okay.
Like these, we used to have actress and actor and stuff like
That's
that.
true. That's true. We did used to do more.
But I was like, I don't really want to give it to actor and actresses and stuff because, while that is cool to do them, I just like streamlining them so that we can give the same awards across the board a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the categories that we liked.
We did. All right. So that's about it, folks. Stay tuned on, I believe on Saturday we're doing the TV awards, correct?
Yes.
All right. So stay tuned on Saturday for our Best of 2017 in Television Awards. Mole, thanks for joining me, and Stacey, we'll see you on Saturday.
Yep.
Peace.